For the past fortnight, Auckland's Carlaw Park has been the main venue for the Lion Red Pacific Cup. We've had good crowds, exceeding expectations, to the delight of the organisers, and the fans have been treated to a feast of entertaining rugby league. Today should be no exception. It's grand final day. Well, the cultural entertainment rolls on here at Carlaw Park as we stand by for the final of the nine-a-side tournament. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us wherever you are around New Zealand and in Fiji. One World of Sport is live for grand final day for the Lion Red Pacific Cup. First up is that nine-a-side tournament between Fiji and Tokelau, the final of that tournament. But after the break on One World of Sport, we're back with the final of the nine-a-side tournament. It should be a cracker. It's Fiji up against the Tokelau Islands. One World of Sport, welcome back to Carlaw Park. The sun is shining in Auckland for grand final day of the Lion Red Pacific Cup. And the team in the blue on the right side of the field is Tokelau. They are on there for the final of the nine-a-side tournament. They'll be up against Fiji, and a special welcome to our friends in Fiji. Tokelau in the blue with the yellow stripes. They just managed to scrape into this final against American Samoa. The opponents today, Fiji. They've really played some scintillating rugby league in this tournament, but because a lot of them are very new to the game of rugby league, converting from rugby union, they've fallen down a little bit on defence.
A real credit to the organisers too. It's been a marvellous couple of weeks, a great promotion for rugby league in New Zealand, and especially for all of the indigenous peoples in the Pacific. 16, James Pickering, the big Fijian captain, one of the standout performers.
Stand by for the national anthems. No big names in this Tokelau Island side, but they've done very well to get through to the final of the nine-a-side tournament. Let's have a look at this Fiji team. Ken Tui, Lakomba, Walai, Hall, Babuolati, Tanga, Masakavu, and Derry, and Johnson, Robarts, Thompson, Tui, Sori, McFarlane, Tofa, Pickering, the captain, and Andruku. The coach is the great Kiwi winger of the past, Dane O'Hara. The Tokelau Islanders just waiting now for the Fijians to perform for us once again before they get into action in the nine-a-side final.
Already did it. Marlo needs to all the Tokelau Islands. Let's meet the Tokelau Island team now. Filippo, Vailia, Lia, Ariu, Joshua, Kalolo, Masi, Vaavaza, Abuzia, Piau, no relation to Jimmy, Kalipo, Pereira, Wright, Koloi, and Lambuya.
Well, the sun continues to shine. Really, it's a marvellous occasion for Pacific Islands Rugby League. The referee is Andy Cook. You can hear his comments on One World of Sport live today as well. So the nine's underway. The kick too long by Fiji, so we'll have the goalmouth dropout. Number 4 for the Tokelau's is Joe Arayu from the Upper Hutt Club in Wellington. No real big names in this Tokelau team, but they've been performing pretty well in the nines to get through to the final. Pickering, the big skipper, just couldn't get the pass away. Penalty, and the touch judge is in already. 10 minutes aside in this 9-a-side tournament. No kicks for goal, conversions, penalties, or drop goals. But no, this is a penalty now to the Tokelau's. He's turned it around.
James Pickering, the Fijian captain, hitting out at the play the ball area on John Vaila. James Pickering, the big captain.
Well, no real action or excitement to talk about so far at this nines. Of course, the Fijians, Ken, are the masters at the 7-a-side game in both rugby codes. Filippo, good run. Tokelau's giving the ball plenty of air. That's Arayu, he throws it back, keeping it alive, and that's the art of this 9-a-side game. Kololo, Jack Kololo to play it. Tried out wide, switch of play now back to the centre. Good entertaining stuff from the Tokelau's, trying to keep it alive. Vaiavaku. Well, this is a promising start by the Tokelau's. 1 tackle to go in the set of 6. Trying their luck from dummy half, and there's the first try of the match. Ben Leah.
Yes, great play from the Tokelau side. Once they got near the Fijian team, they really had opportunities all around to play the ball area. Ben Leah played with the Upper Hutt and with the Randwick clubs in Wellington. Had a season at Widnes a couple of years ago. Normally been playing on the wing. This year we've seen a little bit of him playing for Upper Hutt in the front row. Had to play the ball area from dummy half. Ben Leah gets underneath the struggling Fijian defenders to score a good try in a handy position. There are no kicks in this game, and it's 4-0 on line red replay action. Ben Leah, nice try.
4 points to 0. Tokelau over Fiji, and that's a promising start. Tokelau definitely the underdogs here. This time they take the tackle. That's Filippo.
Both sides really have to throw caution to the wind. It's only 10, 12 minutes each way. Only 9 defenders on the park for both sides. A lot of opportunities out wide if they can get 2 or 3 quick, play the balls on a roll.
This tournament designed. Looked like a forward pass, that one, but here's another chance for the Tokelau. Salve is there, though, to wrap up the Tokelau's. But they're on a bit of a roll, the underdogs. John Vaila elected to have a dart on his own. 1 tackle to go in the set of 6. Filippo, the grubber kick through. He'll pick it up, and so they have another set of 6. Pickering was there. Let Filippo to play it now. The little grubber kick through, not a bad placement, but it's just going to be a little too big for the Tokelau's, so no try. 4-all the score. Joe Arayu, one of the more experienced players.
Yes, close opportunity again for the Tokelau side. Smart play on the last tackle, trying to roll the ball end over end into the end goal. The big chase coming from Joe Ariu, the upper hut centre, just beaten over the dead ball line.
Good crowd here today. One senior executive of the Auckland Rugby League said he had to take his hat off to the organisers of the Pacific Cup because they've attracted crowds here that the Auckland Club competition hasn't been able to attract this year. Now it's Fiji. Let's see what they can do with the football. Down by 4 points to 0. Nandruka, penalty to Fiji. This will give them another set of 6 in a pretty good position.
Referee's opting to play a very, very deep 5 metres. The play the ball was on halfway. He was standing back on the 10-metre line and ruled the Tokelau Islands inside the 5. They were actually back 9. Indication that they want free-flowing football, Greg.
Tanga.
Yeah, been a standout, Philip. Tanga for the Fijians operated very smartly at first receiver when they've had 13 players on the park.
Deddy, switch of play back to Robards, a little dummy. They're on the last tackle. Deddy straightens it up. Good double round with Nandruku. Hops one over the top to big Sebasoni. Wallai! 1-on-1. They won't stop the burn. They call Meninga. Put it down, son, or otherwise you'll go over the dead ball line. Try.
Well, the Fijian team have really been the entertainers this last 2 or 3 weeks, and none more so than that big man there. Wallai playing on the wing. We saw him score a hat-trick here in their last outing on Carlaw Park when there was the full 13 aside teams were on the park. He really has scored some marvellous tries and some sensational footwork for a man so big. We see lion red replay action with on the wraparound Nandruka with the ball over the top. Picks up Wallai, gets on the outside of the Tokelau defence. Bearing in mind there's only 9, not a lot there in cover. Too much leg speed. Toys with the defence just to waste a little bit of time before putting the ball down in the corner.
Number 4 to restart, Joe Ariu from Upper Hut.
Big hit! Big hit!
Save, the fullback for Fiji. He's had a pretty good tournament on attack.
Big hit, Sally!
Hall, Pickering.
Big hit, Sally!
The quarter line, Fiji's end of the ground.
Big hit, Sally!
Doug Thompson. Reminder, the grand final will kick off around about 3:15 today, and that's Western Samoa against Tonga. At the moment, it's 9-aside, and Fiji keeping it alive. Nandruku. Now Wallai has it again. There's no one in front of him. This is going to be his second try. He loves his rugby league. Sebasoni Wallai. He puts it down at exactly the same spot.
Well, you and there's no better example of how much of a threat this Fijian side are going to be in rugby league. This is their first entry into the international scene after just getting themselves organised at the beginning of this 1992 season. This is the final day of rugby league in New Zealand for 1992. One of the individual performers and a real entertainer he has been is Sebasoni Wallai. 50, 60 metres to go, down goes the gas pedal, and he does it easy in the end. Too much leg speed, too much pace. Even if there's defenders been around him, he's had too much power. He's broken tackles and scored a number of tries with ease. It's another example of just how easy he does it. The big dummy coming from Nandruku usually plays centre out to Wallai on the edge, easily with only 9 defenders. Not a lot of cover defence from the Tokelau coming across. Sebasoni Wallai, the big crowd here, delighted with this man's individual skill and pace. Sebasoni Wallai.
2 tries to 1, and Fiji throw it around at the end, but there's a little forward pass in there. They've been picked up this time.
You'll also notice too, Greg, that these guys are changing quite constantly every time they score tries, which is of course allowed in these particular types of rules in tournament.
Andy Cook in charge of the main curtain raiser today. And the play-off for 3rd and 4th. The New Zealand Māori overpowered the Aborigines. They ran riot in the end. So the Māoris have finished 3rd in this tournament. The Aborigines 4th. think both of these teams will be pretty happy they're only playing 10 minutes aside, a half, because it's rather warm out there in the middle of Carlaw Park on the last day of October. Fiji leading on the scoreboard as well as in the penalty count. Daddy, short ball, Tonga. Good strong run from the other winger, Orisi. Sorry. Thompson having a go on his own. He can't wait for the judge.
Rabbit, over. We'll penalise you here.
No trying.
No, you were tackled here, you carried over.
Referee Andy Cook well positioned to adjudicate. Doug Thompson having a go from dummy half. Looks like his momentum carries him over, but the referee ruled a rabbit.
Thompson disappointed with that.
50 Fiji.
Tokelau Islands. John Vale has thrown into the turf. Big line-up out wide now for the Tokelau's. Bit of a fumble over there, though, allowed the Fijians to get across. Well, that is the half-time siren. And at half-time, 8 points to 4, Fiji leading Tokelau's. One World of Sport, half-time in the nine-a-side tournament, 8 points to 4. Fiji over the Tokelau Islands. This tournament was designed for the 6 teams that failed to make the semi-finals.
Very well organised, the Tokelau Islands team, nationally through their national tournaments. Netball Rugby League this year's one was held in Poirua, their coach. And Atonia Patulasio, Joe Ariu, the upper hut centre, James Pickering. Big Auckland prop was former player for the Lion Red Auckland side in the Premiership this year.
The restart. And Pickering says he wants an off-season contract in England rather than a possible trial with the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, it's interesting, Greg, that a lot of the New Zealand players have only been offered trials in Australia as opposed to contracts in England.
Well, here's a chance for the Fijians. This is Orisi, the winger, putting in the big strides. Try. He's going up to the other side, wasting time. 3 tries to 1. The crowd enjoying that.
Yes, the big crowd at Carlaw Park, they're screaming the names Orisi and Walai, the wingers, demanding that they get the ball each time Fiji get possession of the football, breaking outside of their own half. Great one-handed ball out to that man, Orisi, who plays on the other wing to Sanasoni Walai. Great leg speed, great pace. And have a look at this, plenty of experience in playing 7 or 9-a-side football, wasting time by running to the far corner, using that time while they've got possession of the football, while they're ahead now by 12 points to 4 because there are no kicks. To the light of the crowd, that man there, Orisi, into the corner. We see breaking out of their own half, a great one-handed ball from Tonga. Out the back door to Orisi.
We're back live now, and this is another try to the Fijians. It's on the other wing. This is Walai. And he'll cut right across to the other corner. They're running right, the Fijians, the 2 big wingers. Walai, his 3rd try. Orisi Rissy, the other try scorer, 16-4.
They are going to be the most popular side in World Rugby League in a very, very short time, the Fijians, if the last 2 or 3 weeks have been any indication.
Well, with the way these big wingers are striding out, we might see them on our racing special on One World of Sport at 5:30 this afternoon, or they should be at Flemington with big strides like that.
Wide red replay action. Sanasoni Walai, the big crowd in the railway stand screaming for his name every time Fiji get possession of the football, and they're delighted with that effort from the big winger. Sensational effort from Fiji, really setting the crowd alight here at Carlaw Park.
Well, I know that the Canberra Raiders coach Tim Sheens has spent about a week in Auckland, and surely he must have noted down the name Walai and Arisi from Fiji. Now it's Tokelau trying to get back into the game. Big lineup, but they elect to take the tackle. That's Filippo, the quarter line. A little kick and chase. Arisi is back there. The bounce is going to favour Fiji. We'll have a goalmouth dropout.
Listen, Bulavanaka Moape, you're the manager for the Fijian team. What is the strategy and how do you rate your boys this afternoon's game?
We know that it will be a short, sharp game. Our strategy will be to get in front in the second half and go all out.
Okay, these two wingers, that's scoring sensations, your scoring machines of yours. What village do they come from in Fiji?
Ratoris is from Tokelau and Wala is from Nandronga.
And do you see a possible future for these guys in rugby league?
Definitely. I think the whole tournament here have shown that there is potential back home, and these two particular wingers have had approaches from overseas clubs.
And a final message to people back in Fiji? Thank you.
Try to the Tokelau's there, as we heard from our Fijian friend Oti Masi, the try scorer. So just 8 points in it again now. The 9-a-side tournament.
Tyrone City halfback. Moses Valvasa with the run, carting up the football. Big second row. Referee Andy Cook indicating a high tackle from Dave McFarlane. Interchange player for the Fijian side.
Crowd enjoying their day out in the sunshine at Carlaw Park. John Baylor.
Yeah, half-time of the main game.
Yeah.
The Tokelau is trying to find a way through the Fijian defence. We make it about 7 minutes to go on the 9-a-side tournament. Yes. Now it's a penalty to the Tokelau's. Nandruku, who's been a very vigorous player in this tournament, will be called out. Nandruku has been given 5 minutes in the sin bin. So it's going to give the Tokelau's a great opportunity to get back in there. He spent about 10 minutes in the sin bin last week as well.
That was a harsh decision to put him in the bin. He made contact. Tokelau player ran into his shoulder.
John Vayela waiting for it. Pereira, Michael Pereira, 20 metres out now. Another try by Tokelau here will make it very interesting indeed. 16-8 at the moment. Filippo, the big man, 10 out now. Bayavasu waits for it. Ariu, Props, tries to find a way through the middle. The Fijian defence holding. He's in. We've got a ball game again now. Sele Lamoa The third try for the Tokelau's.
One of the major problems in defending with only 9 is that you don't really have the numbers to get across and cover. So if you get field position and good, quick play the ball, opportunities like this present opportunities to get tries. A big replacement player for the Tokelau Islands.
So 4 points in it. Fiji, a man down at the moment with Nadruku and the sin bin for 5 minutes, and we're just waiting for a ball to be retrieved from the crowd. Pereira, it's Deddy. Once again, a special hello to our friends in Fiji watching this match live through the Television New Zealand Pacific service. One World of Sport. Pacific Cup Grand Final day. The Tokelau Islands here with another chance. This is their winger. Carlaw still going. Jack Carlaw, good run. Big line up out wide. They've got the numbers if they can keep it going. The Tokelau's. Ariu. But the final pass has got astray. There's a knock on there, so we'll have a 3-man scrum. Good entertaining football from the Tokelau Islands.
Over this whole tournament, Greg, I believe the Tokelau has been my sporting team of the past 2 weeks, because they have been playing some entertaining rugby league. And the game that was played last week against the Cook Islands, boy, was it a game and a half.
Sideline Sam today, Hamana Waka, who's on the New Zealand Māori Rugby League board and on the organising committee of this Pacific Cup. And he and his fellow administrators are delighted with the way the tournament's been gone and been played over the last fortnight. Oh, Fiji, a rare mistake there. Tunga giving the Tokelau's a golden opportunity. Three-man scrum in the game of 9s. Carlaw to play it. Leah scored the first try. Just one out stuff at the moment. Vaila. Fiji defence trying to hold them out. Leah, the big man, getting close to the line. We got the ball down. It's a tied ball game.
Allen up with 9 players, let alone 8, with 1 player in the sin bin, Fiji. Ben Leah played very strongly this year for the Upper Hutt Tigers Club in the Wellington competition. Scored the first try from Tokelau Islands. In similar fashion, a dummy half gets a quick play the ball. Lion red replay action, gets underneath the Fijian captain James Pickering, forces his way over the post. 16 all. Only 3 or 4 minutes to go. A lot of attack in these sorts of matches. Not much defence because you don't have the numbers. The next try by either side will be crucial, given the limited time to go in the game.
Save with the restart. Oh, they're full of running, the Tokelau Islands. Carlaw up over halfway. Well, they were down and out, really. And the big Fijian wingers ran riot early in the second half. Injury to contend with there. Sia Wright. Lamoa. Again, they have numbers out wide if they can keep it alive, and now they straighten up. Filippo up to the quarter line, taking plenty of stopping. Carl Hall's there to wrap him up. The Tokelau's. It's about 5 on 2. But good defence from Nandruka, who is back on.
Keep the elbows out of it.
And now is a penalty to the Tokelau, so they're going to get another 6. And it's 16 all. As the full-time siren sounds. Now, if it is a draw after this tackle, it's going to mean that they'll have a count back on penalties. And our count has the Tokelau's with 4 penalties to Fiji's 2. So at this stage, folks, disappointment for the Fiji fans in Fiji because the Tokelau's have won it on a penalty countback. 4 penalties to 2. They are delighted. That is a minor boil-over. 16 all at the end. The Tokelau Islands in the blue and gold. 4 tries apiece.
What a great victory it is for Tokelau too, Greg, and all our viewers out there. I couldn't agree more. Hard luck, Fiji. Very entertaining. But my gosh, is it all worthwhile coming down here to Carlaw Park?
Mondays at 8:40.